Hey guys, what's going on? Got another video for you. This one is just kind of a review of what I've done so far. So again, it's kind of after the fact. I'm already in Košice, Slovakia. Um, so instead, I'm just going to give you kind of a rundown of everything I've done. I'm also going to post to my Quest for Beer Tumblr just about the beer experiences I've had. Everyone has the travel experiences, whatnot. I'm just going to kind of put it in video form. But yeah. So, first starting off, my flight to the UK was very uneventful, surprisingly. Usually I get, caught up in some kind of delay, but yeah, it was all quick, simple. When I landed, I had all of my stuff, so it wasn't that bad. Um, yeah, and then took the painful train into Gatwick at £19.90. The Gatwick Express, so that got me into London about 45 minutes after, and I didn't have any data on my phone or anything like that. I didn't have my SIM card activated or anything, so instead I went by memory. I usually always stay the same place when I'm staying in London, so I just went by my memory and just went to so I was staying at the YHA Central Hostel. So yeah, checked in, not a problem whatsoever. Checking in, just kind of left my luggage in the luggage storage room. Went out and I actually got into some beers right away. It was already Saturday, so Saturday, the breweries I wanted to go to, they kind of closed a little bit early. So what I did is, first stop I did is at Southwark Brewing, and I walked in and I was welcomed by the staff. Actually, one of the ladies that worked there, her name really slips my mind, but anyways, she's from Brazil, but she's an Italian citizen, so she's working in the UK at Southwark Brewing, so she remembered me from the last couple of trips I've done. So it's good to have kind of a good chemistry with the staff, and I kind of have a face that people don't forget. So yeah, that was that. Walked in, had a couple of flights, and then we traded some beers. So I actually brought some Common Crown beer with me. So with the Common Crown beer, I gave them some of the darker stuff. So I gave them the brown, the stout, and the wee heavy. And in exchange, they gave me a couple beers to bring back with me. Now, me being traveler that I am, I'm still gonna bring back a beer from them, because I need to save weight. The thing is, like, everything is pounds and kilograms here, so I only have about 23 kilograms to work with, unless I want to pay like $100 for a bag. So for me, that's really not worth it in the grand scheme of things. So I did drink two of them, so I am bringing back a beer, and I think what I'll do is I'll actually film that for Request for Beer, just kind of a Euro taste test kind of thing. So I just putting it on video so I don't forget. Um, yeah, and then after that went back to the hostel again. Didn't really sleep, so I was about 36 hours without any sleep. Because again, hostels, everyone's a fucking asshole. You'd have people that toss and turn and fart all night, and I was there just for a night. I mean, I was glad I was able to get out. So, going back to my little beer excursion I had, I did actually skip Anne's Patch and Hop Day that day, because I prefer to kind of go to them on the. They have a smaller space. Their space is about half the size of Danny, so it sits maybe about 10, 15 people max. So, anyways, went back there. Went back there on Sunday. Sunday had a couple beers again, traded some beers. So again, some of the Common Crown beers, took a 6-pack that I paid for myself. So again, I don't ask for any handouts or anything like that. So I gave it to them, and then they gave me a free flight. So I was okay with that. Something I didn't have to bring back. It's absolutely phenomenal brewery. If you guys are ever in London, definitely check out that whole row. So Southwark Brewing, and we have Anne's Patch and Hop Day. Both amazing places serving really different beers than each other, so it's not always the same stuff. So Southwark again is more towards real ales. So again, everything's served in cask. They have a couple of what they call keg beers that are served chilled. But yeah, you definitely go for the cask beers there. They're absolutely phenomenal. Again, I have a beer that we're going to review. I think this is going to be kind of a main thing here. I like to tell stories. People don't have time for my stories. I understand, so I'm just doing a video now. So I hope someone enjoys that. Anyways, carrying on back to Saturday. After I went to Southwark Brewing, I actually stopped by Brew by Numbers. So big thing about Brew by Numbers is you're now starting to find them a little bit in Canada. So with that, I was in Montreal at Pit Caribou, and they were doing, I think they had 4 or 5 Brew by Number beers. So best thing about this place is they have 2 separate establishments. So basically it's a train bridge. It's still used to this day, and their bays, so they rent out the bays. So they have one bay which is a tasting room. Again, you sit down, and then they have the traditional tap room, which to them is you stand around, grab a pint, grab a couple pints. It's similar to Storm Brewing in Vancouver, Canada. So basically you go in, I think it was like £3 a pint, full 20 ounces, and I had a really good red coffee ale. It was primo. Again, they don't really do much for bottling. I'm sure you can find it in some bottle shops around the UK. See if I can bring something back. I'm not going to guarantee anything. And then, yeah, that was it. And yeah, Sunday did Anspach and Hop Day. Pretty much that's all I did that day. Was running a little bit late in terms of getting to Heathrow and jumping on my flight to Prague. So yeah, that was London in review. I've had a love-hate relationship with London. London's a great city to visit once or twice. It's very, very crowded. It's very, very compact. Some of the stuff you see in London is absolutely phenomenal. Other stuff, well, you can't be arsed, to be honest. If you've never been to London and you're into craft beer, Anspach and Hop Day, we got Brew by Numbers. Oh, and we got Partisan. I forgot about Partisan, so I had to walk a little bit further for that one. But yeah, they kind of pulled a dandy, I'm going to call it, if you know what I mean. They ran out of beer, so they only had a couple. I think they had 2 or 3. So one was a pale ale, and the other one was a stout. Got the stout. Stout was actually pretty good. I just hope next time that they're going to have more beer available. But, I mean, again, you can't bug them. This is great for them. They also have a food truck outside, so that's a great concept. They just park the food truck. Again, still in under the train bridge. And, yeah, so they park a food truck outside. You can go grab food, bring it in. You can bring outside food in. So that's a great concept. They have a couple of seats. I think they hold maybe about 10 or 15 people. But, yeah, awesome. London, again, always a good time. It's just, I've been a couple times, so to me it's so. Sundays are great in London. Every pub, again, traditional London Sunday roast. I definitely recommend the North Tavern. It's a little bit out of the city, but it's superb. It's expensive. It's £17. But you do get, like, I think you got like 7 or 8 slices of roast beef, easily a pound and a half, some massive taters, some roasted potatoes, some mixed vegetables. Yeah, it was definitely worth it. But yeah, so that was London, and yeah, stay tuned for another video, and yeah, I'm gonna just keep talking for another couple minutes, and yeah, thanks for tuning in, and yeah, have a good one.